This is a tough one. This is one I wish I didn't have to make. And I've even taken a day or about a day to try to process this whole thing. But Shannon Spruill, aka Daffney, the Scream Queen, has passed away, and under some very tragic circumstances. And my heart's just broken because, like I said, we haven't talked in several years. But when we did, I met her. I should just tell the story. I met her at the Legends Fan Fest convention, and CWA Pro Wrestling. We had a booth, and right across from us, there she was, and always wanted to meet her, and had never met her. Knew her from WCW, but had never met her. Had never talked to her before, and went over and got a couple of pictures from her, and just the nicest human being on earth. They have a we say that sometimes on the show, don't meet your heroes. Well, she was the exception. She really was just kind and genuine. And I think she might have been working for High Spots at the time. My memory's not the best as far as certain details go. But had the opportunity to meet her, and she gave me her email and phone number that she had at the time, and was able to put some stuff together and got her. I'm not saying I'm completely responsible for getting her in the CWA. I don't want to take credit for that, but it's the truth. I made the initial contact, and we got her in there, and she spoke very highly of Kia, Awesome Kong, and we managed to put those two together on a few occasions. And I can remember once she, and it seems funny to even say this now as far as women's wrestling has come, but at the time, and I'm guessing this was around 2008, we put them in a main event, and she even asked me, she said, why? And, first thing out of my mouth, of course, I'd snap right back, and I said, because you two deserve it, because they were great. And, Kong's retired now, and unfortunately, Daphne's passed, and, but they were incredible together and had so much chemistry. And you talk about two people that just fit right in your locker room. I mean, they didn't put on airs, especially Daphne. She was always smiling, always laughing, telling jokes. They didn't put on airs, and they just acted like one of you, and that's what made her so endearing to so many people, because you're going to hear a lot of the same things. She was so nice, she was so kind, she was this, and all of it's true. And one night I was doing commentary in Colombia, and I'm doing mic checks, and she's running the camera, and I'm like, what are you doing back here? You should be out there wrestling in front of the folks. And she goes, oh, well, soon. But like I said, I think she was working for High Spots at the time, and she was just, she just wanted to be around it, and was so involved. And I know I'm speculating here, but I know it probably broke her heart when, she couldn't wrestle anymore. And that might be something that led to this. I know there were other live streams before this. You could detect hints of sadness. And like I said, I'm not going to try to get in anybody's head. It's a tragedy. I'm trying to remember, good times that we had, kidding around with her. Hadn't seen her for years. Saw her again. I think it was either 2011 or 2012 at a PWX show, and spoke to her, gave me a big hug, and and of course she did seem bummed, because this was after the TNA thing, and she'd gone to doctors, and they had advised her not to wrestle anymore, and she'd had some concussions and stuff, but she was just still as bubbly and friendly and kind and everything, up to that, like that first meeting that we had. And it's a shame, because you kind of move in different paths, and never really got to talk to her face to face after that. hey, how you doing on Facebook and Instagram and Instagram, not really Instagram, but I think more Twitter is where I talk to her the most. And at one point I'd hoped to get her on this show. Of course, I didn't get a response, and that's not here nor there. I don't blame her for that. That's just life. That just happens. With guests sometimes. Sometimes they get busy and they get caught up in their own lives, and sometimes schedules don't work out. There's a lot of people that I still would love to have on this show, and I just hate that she didn't get to be one of them. Because like I said, man, and I'm choking up now just thinking about it. She, she signed. This was the first picture that she signed for me, and and of course the second one here. Is where she put her name, and I'm blurring this out because I know this email's not active anymore, and I doubt this phone number is too, but still we're going to blur this out. And that's where she wrote it down. I get accused sometimes like, who is this guy? He says he knows these people, and but I did, I did know Shannon, and unfortunately it was just too brief, only like those 3 years or so that we got to work together. But my heart's just broken, and I hate that this happened, and I don't know. That's why it's so shocking to me, because she was always laughing and smiling, and I don't know what happened in her life, and it's obviously people cared about her. Unfortunately, was watching that stream, or had watched that stream, and I don't know what could have made her so desperate, but that's depression, and we've talked about it on this show under the 2 videos we talk about wrestler disconnect. It's a form of depression, and I just wish circumstances could have turned out better. She just answered the phone, but that desperation and that loneliness is sometimes it's hard to overcome. It's something I understand, and I like I said, I even joked with a couple of guests sometimes. It's like, do we not know anybody in the wrestling business that doesn't have some kind of depression or some kind of mental issue? But it's not a joke. Talk to your friends and family and get help if you need it, or just talk to somebody, because I know for me, just talking makes it so much better and gets things off your chest. But I just wanted to talk about Daffney for a minute, and I'm gonna miss her, and I love her, and I hope she's at peace. Thanks everybody for listening. Everybody take care, and take care of yourselves and take care of your loved ones.